with another speed build. Today we are building the long and waited sequoia large family home. Now, this took me about 3.5 days to do, and that's just building it because I was so indecisive with what I was wanting to do with this house. Like, I knew that I wanted to make a large house where it held a mom, a dad, a teenager, two twin children, a toddler, and an infant, but I didn't know how I wanted to make it. So I just ended up starting to build stuff without actually thinking through what I was going to build. And I think that was the problem that I had from the beginning. And I ended up deleting a lot of things, redoing them. This is the final product of the build, but you guys are not seeing half of the things that took me the longest to do. Like, before I came to the decision of this build, I ended up doing like 3 or 4 other different houses and completely doing them and then saying, I don't really like it, so I'm not going to post this, or I don't really like it, so I'm just gonna start over, delete this video, and just completely scratch whatever I had off the board. But then I said, well, by the time we actually decide on something, it's going to be Thursday, too late to post, and we're going to be on crunch time and we're not going to have enough time. So the reason being why it's so late on me posting this, because I wanted to post it around 5:30, 6 o'clock. But the reason why it's not going up is not because I end up doing this build 3 to 4 times. It was because my whole video that I had the first time that I thought that I had what I wanted, it ended up not actually filming the whole video because it ended up saying something along the lines of, you don't have enough storage in your phone to have all of the things that you need to be able to film. So we had that issue, and I had to delete a lot of things in my phone for this video to actually be able to be posted, because you're only seeing 47 minutes and 11 seconds worth of a video, but in reality, the amount of video that is in this is around 5 hours of video taking. And then I also forgot to delete the ones that I didn't like, so also had that in my storage. So yeah. But I do like how this build turned out, and I do like it. I do like it a lot. So as I was saying, I wanted to post this video around 5:30, 6 o'clock. As I'm doing this voiceover, it is about 9 o'clock right now. And I was going to end up doing the voiceover at 5:30 and then posting this video at 6. But instead of that happening, I end up losing power from a storm that had tornado sirens go off, tornado warnings go off, a lot of lightning, and all around a bad storm happen. So I'm very sorry that I'm going to be posting this extremely later than I want it to, but I hope that you guys like how this build turned out. And in my previous videos, I told you that in this one, I'm going to be talking a little bit about me, so that way you guys get to know me and who I am and why I'm doing this in the first place. Let's just jump right into who I am and what I am about. So, I've been playing The Sims for about 8 years. I am 16 years old, which means that I've been playing The Sims, yes, since I was 8 years old. And when I started playing on my computer, and then my computer ended up having a bug where it ended up completely shutting down. Luckily, I only had the base game, and that was it. So I was able to get a different way to play The Sims because my computer was not really up to date on what was going on with the bugs and updates and all of that. So my computer, I still have my computer, but it is no longer working and it just does not do anything. So I end up switching around three 3 years ago, I think, to the Xbox. And I know that there's not a lot of simmers that are on the Xbox, but that actually post. But I want to be able to give the people that do play Xbox don't that don't really see people use the Xbox at all and just using their computer as a way for them to be watching The Sims 2 and know how it is harder, I guess, a little bit because you don't have CC and you don't have all of the cheats right in front of you. Like you can't type in the show hidden objects cheat and just see every single one of them out. You have to actually type in what you are looking for, and sometimes the sim does not have that at all in the game, so it's a little frustrating at some points. I know for me as I play, but I try and do the best that I can and with the amount that I have. And if you guys ever want me to show you guys how to do it, then I can for sure figure that out and show you guys in a video or a short or something like that. And I'm in the middle of trying to get more internet things so that way you guys can see little like TikToks and posting on there too. So right now I'm trying to get that up too. That should be up sometime this weekend maybe, but I will definitely let you guys know in a video for sure. I am working right now on more builds so that way this problem with my power going out, my internet going out, and the big storms coming through. Like, I live in a pretty stormy area where we do have a lot of storms. So, I will definitely try and get really good with the radar and try my best to upload them before storms get here or before my internet goes out where I can't post or I can't edit videos. And I will try and have videos pre-edited and pre-voice overed and all of this done hopefully a day in advance. So all I have to do is click a little button and it'll be posted for you guys to watch. But I am really looking forward to posting videos for other simmers to watch. And my main reason for being on here is just to show my passion towards The Sims and to express my creativity towards The Sims on a bigger platform where there are thousands of Simmers posting, and they all live in different parts of the world, or they just express their creativity in different ways, and I will love to be part of that. Let's talk a little bit about the next build that I am going to be uploading, and I already have this build done and almost finished editing. So it will be on time, hopefully it will be on time Tuesday when it comes to you guys. And it's a starter home, and it is a limited build too. So it only has the werewolf pack and base game. I really liked doing that build too, so I think I'm going to end up doing more with the occult Sims. So I think for the next 3 Tuesdays, I will be posting starter homes for all 3 occults, and then one that has alien occult too. And I know that that one doesn't have a specific pack for it, I don't think, but I definitely want to use the base game or use another pack for that build. And I'm really excited to see what you guys think about them. But let's talk a little bit about the build that we are doing right now. It is a family home. It's a large family home for 7 Sims plus a pet. Now, the pet that I chose was a dog, but you guys could totally put a litter box in here and have a cat. But I chose to put a dog in here, and then I end up picking out all of the little things that a dog would need, like a bed and some toys. And it has a small backyard. It's more like a side yard, but you guys will end up seeing that towards the end. But I really liked how it turned out. But this house is for the 7 Sims. It has the mom and the dad, and then it also has 5 children, all different ages. So we have 1 teenager, 2 kids that are twins, twin boys at that, and a little toddler that is a girl. The teenager is also a boy too. This house has all boys except for the little toddler. And there is also an infant in here to go with the sequoia pack and growing together. I added a infant into the parents' bedroom, and we were running out a little crunch time with the room that we had, because I made this bathroom very big, and I should have made it like a bedroom or something else besides a bathroom, but I really liked how this bathroom turned out, so I didn't really mess with it. But when we go upstairs, you'll see that the bedrooms are very small for how many Sims are actually in them. Like the twin boys' room, I think, is a little too small for them, but they have a bunk bed in there, and they have a lot of toys and a lot of activities that they can do in there, and all the way around a lot of stuff that they can do. But then let's get into a little bit about what their personalities are as we get to the office area. So with the dad, I was thinking that he'd be a police officer or something in the business. but I end up putting little police officer photos on the wall in front of the desk. But I thought that he'd be very goofballish and very cheerful and all the way around a great dad. But with the mom, I also think that she'd be a very loving mother and very supportive towards her children and also all the way around a great mother. So I thought of her traits to be very cheerful and creative and an art lover. And I thought that she'd either be an artist or a freelancer or something to do with those two careers. And she would just succeed in both of them if she was to do any of them. But now moving on to the teenager, I thought that he would be kind of a jock in the type of he'd be doing soccer or football or something along those lines or lacrosse even. And it he would really be fit and want to get a scholarship in those or something so that way he could go to school to be something like his dad because his dad was really supportive with all of his sports and all of his extracurricular activities and all of it. Then with the two boys, I thought that one would follow into the teenager's footsteps and want to be everything revolving around him, and even with his troublemaker self too. Like the teenager may have a lot of goals and things to do, but he also is a troublemaker at school and he loves to pull pranks and gas people's lockers or do something to the overhead speaker at school or do something to the whiteboard, but he is definitely a prankster. And the child, one of the twins, is definitely following into his footsteps and for sure trying to be exactly like him. But then with the other twin, I thought that he would follow in his mother's footsteps of being creative and being supportive to everybody, not just one person in an area, everybody. He just supports everybody for who they are, what they believe in. Doesn't matter if he believes in the same thing or not. He is fully supportive. And I also thought that he would be part of the LGBT plus community as a young gay kid that is out but does not have the support that he needs from the rest of his family, like his father and his brothers. But he does have the support that he needs from his mother, and he really confides in her when he has problems like this and problems with just accepting who he is and that he can't change it. But on to the young toddler. I was thinking that since she's the only girl, she'd be daddy's little girl or really protected over everybody else in the family. Like the brothers would really protect her, but the teenager would have a bit of a problem with her because of the age difference. Like he's a teenager and she's a toddler. There's a whole age in itself difference between them. So I really thought that they would have more of a distant relationship than say, the twin brothers or the infant. But I really did think that she would be the little kid of the house where everybody is all over her on every aspect of the day and just saying, "Oh, you're doing a good walk," or "Oh my goodness, you're wiping your hands," or something so simple, but they all cheer, you know? But then I also thought for the infant, he would look more like his dad than his mom, where all of the rest of the kids look more like their mom, except for the teenager has a good mix between the two. And I just thought that he would really bring out his dad's side and act like his mom when he gets older or something like that. And I just really thought that this family would be really creative, fun, and difficult at the same time. Like, no family is perfect, but these group of people would just blow it out of the water with their imperfections and their creativity and everything about them. Like, they would be close, but not at the same time. And it would just be such an adorable family. If you guys would like to see me play with them, then I would for sure do that. But if you guys do not, that is okay too. Um, I will definitely be posting something with the family on like what my thoughts are about what they were looking like would be, because I really just wanted to make this house, but really now I want to make the family. But if I do make this family, it probably will not be a video about me making them. It will most likely just be a little short picture or a post about them, seeing as though um, the family is really just built for the house. And please let me know what your thoughts are in the comments down below on this family and their house, because I really want to see comments that say something along the lines of critiquing. Like, I want to see you guys critique. And I know that not every YouTuber says that, but I want to see you guys critique me and see what I can do better. And yeah, when I end up doing the shots, so you guys at the end, you'll see the shots that I took. I end up changing a lot about the house and having to go back in and change things before I took the pictures. And I think that they turned out really well. But let me know in the comments down below what you guys think about it. And please let me know what you guys want to see me make next for the big houses for Thursdays. But let's get back and talk a little bit about the build and how it's going right now. So right now I am working on the teen's bedroom, and I really wanted to make it like he is a gamer and he loves to play video games, but he's also very sporty and loves to play sports. So I put a lot of sports pictures and different things about sports on his walls or in his room. I also put 2 book bags in his room, as though he has one for his book bag, like schoolwork, and one for the gym or practice or something like that. And I also thought that it would be cool if I put a music thing in there from the Get Famous pack, or some, I think it's Get Famous. Um, but I really wanted to show that he is very sporty. He loves video games. He loves very artsy things too, not just sports. And you can really tell in what he likes to do by just walking into his room. And I put a few things in the hallway too, and I really like this little corner because it's so cute. It's so simple but cute at the same time. Like, it's got that plant and it has the piano in there. I really wanted to incorporate that piano from Growing Together because it just shows how creative this family is. And with the stickers being on it, I really thought that it was perfect for that little area. Now I had to change this just a little bit so that way they that little painting with the guitars on it would fit, but I really wanted to incorporate that piano, so I really did like it. Here I'm just putting some hats, thinking, well, he's sporty, so he might wear a lot of baseball caps or something sporty with logos or something like that of teams that he likes for different kinds of sports, not just one, because I really wanted to make it seem like he was involved in more than one sport and he was always doing something. Now we're just going to the parents' bedroom and adding a little bit of something on the walls to really just make the room feel more lived in and homey. But I really do like how this little nursery area turned out and how the bed area turned out. I didn't have enough space to put end tables in there. So instead, I put little plants at the end of the bed. And right here, I'm putting the little sign that is from Dine Out. And I usually put that in my build thinking like it's saying live, laugh, love, or home is where the heart is, or something like cute like that. And in the living room, I'm just putting a little bit of paintings as well and posters just to make this whole area look more lived in and very homey and cute. This little plaything was a little bit of a struggle too. I just had to get it out of the stairs. I ended up turning my camera and seeing that it was through the wall and through the stairs, so I had to fix that somehow. Right now we are going to the outside area, which I think that this turned out really, really nice and well put together. Right here I'm just finicking with the plants, and right now I'm picking out furniture for the patios. And I really wanted to go with these couches from Seasons because they just looked so well with the blue on the house. It kind of looks gray in the video, but it also looked gray in real life too. But it was blue with white on the corners. Now, with this house, I didn't really put a limit on how many packs I used, but I think I used Seasons, Cats and Dogs. Um, I think those two were the most that I used, and Growing Together and Parenthood. Those were my main four that I was really depending on. Right here, I'm using the bike from university, but I really did use a lot from those 4 packs more than anything. in the whole entire build itself. Like, I used the outside of the house. I end up using stone from base game, but the stairway and the railings and the fence were all from seasons, and then the outside of the house, like the painting, the siding, was from I think it was from growing together, and the little brick that I put on too as an accent for the garage and the um chimney was from the kitchen kit. But other than that, I used a lot from Parenthood, Growing Together, Seasons, and Cats and Dogs the most out of anything. Right now, we're just adding little things. I end up having to take out the wall here just that way I can place these paintings, these little kid drawings, and the little fishes on the um, the fridge. And then I end up putting the thing back so you don't even see it. So if you guys didn't even watch the video and you just saw it, you wouldn't even know what I did. Right now I'm trying to get the little couches, love seats, to be able to go together, but I end up putting it on the other side and making the grill go closer to the door so that way these fit more proper. Right now I'm trying to get something so that way, like something to put little trinkets on and little clutters. So I wanted to put like a spatula or some ketchup or olive oil or something so that way it made it look more realistic with the grill and whatnot, but I don't I don't think that there's a spatula in the Sims, and if there is, then I just didn't find it when I looked it up, but that's okay, because it looks perfectly fine without it. Right now I'm just putting in the stone from base game that I end up using, and I'm also trying to find something to put in that little corner there that is just open, and I end up putting the plants that are fixed it together right there from um, growing together and snowy escape, and I think that it looks kind of cute there. But right now I'm just making sure that everything looks good and the windows are looking good because uh, my last speed build, I end up forgetting to put all of my windows in my build. And I didn't have a single window besides the front. And it's probably going to be really dark during the day, too. It went over my mind. I guess I just didn't think about them. I don't know. I also ended up fixing the paintings in the toddler's room off camera, along with the bathroom and the parents' bedroom, because I end up putting the picture frame back above the little infant's table thing that I put there, but I didn't actually fix the window area. So in the pictures at the end of the video, you'll end up seeing it. And right now I'm just trying to find a way to put a real looking chimney, and I didn't find one that would fit the 3x1, so I ended up just putting a black flooring on it. And I ended up looking at the build thinking that it didn't look normal, I guess, but it didn't just look normal, it didn't look like a house either, because in the front you can see that it's just a flat board, really. And I wanted to put those little boxes there so that way it would look a little bit more realistic, but it didn't really look more realistic at all. Right now I'm trying to find a black flooring that would make it look a little bit more chimney style, but we are coming to the end of the video, so please like, subscribe, and tell me how you liked it in the comments down below. Thank you.